Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today's video is how to maximize your coaching staff so your players are in the best position for their attributes to improve. Let's do it. Now in this video, I'm Arsenal, so I have 10 coaching spots. Now I wanted to show you this with an elite club. In this video, I am going to be dropping little tips though on what I would prioritize if you haven't got as many coaches or things like that, and what you have to prioritize and what you should do if you don't, and what you have to look for in different coaches. So I am aware that people will be watching this thinking, oh, it's not going to relate to me. It will relate to you, I promise. You're just going to have to scale it down a little bit. And like I said, in this video, I will be letting you know what to scale down and how to do it. So don't worry about that. First things first, we're going to go into training, and then we're going to go into coaches, and then we're going to go to edit coach assignments. Now, I've already removed all the assignments. Just click remove all from the top. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go through this page and we're going to put our coaches on the best possible things that they can do. And then also we're going to look for potential improvements, and we're going to sack some people if possible and if needed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of me from this screen because you guys have to see all this screen. Look at that magic. So, right, we've now got rid of all the assignments for all the coaches, and we're looking at this screen here. And we're seeing what we can do for the best. So first of all, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to see who are the best coaches. And what you're going to do is you're just going to search just down here, just hover your mouse over, and you can see the attributes at the bottom, right? You can see. So my guy's very good because I'm manager of Arsenal. And we've got the best coaching badges. Mehmet Ali is under 21's manager. So we're going to come to him later. We're going to just focus on the senior positions. So Albert Stuyvenberg there. This guy, his best area is this one here, technical possession. As you can see, there's like a little grey box around there, right? You can see it the same with Mehmet Ali. There's two boxes there. That just means that is his best area to coach. Now, it just means it's the highest star rating. It doesn't mean he's better at that in terms of if he was also really good at technical, possession tactical as well as possession technical, which he's 1 rating off. This means he's 4-star there and he's 3.5 star there. But sometimes a coach that is 4 stars there can also be 4 stars elsewhere. It'll just show you the best one for him. Sometimes it can be somewhere else, as you can see in this video. Some coaches are good at different things, and you might have to prioritize him being somewhere else because another one of your coaches is really good in that one area. So some coaches are really good at 1 point, some are good at 4 or 5. So Albert, we're going to start off this one. We're going to do that. And then we might end up replacing him, but this is a good start for us. You guys can do this a different way, but it's totally up to you. Now we're going to go down to the goalkeeping coach, and Inaki Kanya he's not bad. This is his best area, and he's 4 stars. At Arsenal, we're looking at least 4 stars. If we can get to 4.5 or even 5, that's what we're going to do. But yeah, 4 stars. 4 stars is the absolute minimum we want at a Champions League club in England. So for now, I'll just leave him on that. This guy 2.5. This guy 2.5. This guy 3.5. This guy 3.5. I think Mason's fine, but I think the other Mason, I'm guessing is his brother, maybe? I don't know. I don't think he's going to be good enough. So I think we're going to be getting rid of Terry Mason. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to mutual terminate his contract. We're going to go down to Nicholas Jova, who's a set-piece coach, and he's very good at set pieces. And it's right over here on this one. But he's only 3.5. So this is a perfect example of something else I'm going to show you guys. So as you can see at the bottom, he actually has 18 set pieces, yeah? But if you look on the right-hand side of his attributes in the mental section, he has determination, level of discipline, and motivating, which is highlighted. And they are very important as the coaching roles and the coaching attributes. So he has quite low determination, level of discipline, and motivating, 11, 10, and 12. And that is what's making this guy only 3.5. If those were 15, 16, and 15, he'd be 4.5. So the mental attributes on a coach, on all coaches, are very, very important. That's why they're highlighted. So make sure, just because you see someone with 20 set pieces, but he has 6 determination, 7 level of discipline, and 9 motivating, I would rather someone with 12 set pieces, but 14 in those attributes, because you'll get a better star rating and your players will improve more. So the bigger the star rating, the lower the workload, which we'll come into in a minute. This here, the average workload. There's 3 workloads. There's light, average, and heavy. We have to get that down to light if possible on every single category. Obviously, that's not going to be as simple in teams lower down the pyramid. We're probably going to have to settle for some average ones, which is not ideal, but nothing's ideal in League 1, League 2, for example. So just be on the lookout for that. Even though this guy's got 18 set pieces, he's actually not that good of a set piece coach. So that's something that I don't think a lot of people realise. We're going to be replacing Nicholas Jove if we've got a better alternative. I will look for one in a second, but straight away I just want to see which coaches we have that are very good. So again, Barry Sloan, he's a fitness coach, and he's got 4 stars there and 4 stars there. Fitness coaches will have the same stars on each side, strength or quickness, so it's up to you. If you have a better one at 4.5 stars and you have one at 4 stars, all you have to do is just hover your mouse over the top there and it tells you exactly which attributes that section focuses on. So quickness is acceleration, agility, balance, pace, and strength is, yep, you guessed it, strength, work rate, stamina, natural fitness, and jumping reach. Right, so Barry Sloan is a 4-star fitness coach. Now, I'm probably going to be able to upgrade on him, but for now, we're going to see him as just that. Sam Wilson on this side is also 4 stars. It's decent. It's not too bad. This guy here, Dominic May, he's not good at all at coaching. He's got 9 fitness coaching. So what we're going to do is we're going to free up that spot. Sorry, Dominic. And then we're going to go to Carlos Cuesta. Now, this guy is very highly rated in real life. He's got very good mental attributes. Well, he's got 2 out of 3 that are very good. 20 determination, 7 level of discipline, and 17 motivating. So actually, this guy might end up being a 3.5-star coach. If my calculations are correct in my head, then he should be a 3.5-star coach. So he is the best at fitness too. He is a 3.5-star. We're going to get rid of Carlos Cuesta for this video. Real life, that would be a very tragic loss. He's very influential, but it's how it is. Now we're going to go to Miguel Molina. And this guy, again, doesn't look great just off the basis of that. So we're going to just get rid of him. I'm pretty certain that he is a 3.5-star. Yeah, he is. So, like I said, I've been doing this a while, so I can sort of guess with probably 80% accuracy of how good someone's going to be just from looking at their attributes. But what I will do is I will put a link in the description to a program that you guys can actually input all the coaches' attributes, and you guys can see which stars they would be. So you don't have to sign them and have to guess. Right, I'll put that in the description below. I didn't do it. I don't know where it came from. I'm going to try and find out where it came from so I can put credit in there. It's something that's very valuable for you guys to use, right? You can just put in all the attributes of a coach that you might want to look at, and you guys can see how many stars that guy will have in training. It's really useful. So, Ken Gillard is a decent. He's decent. He's not too bad. But I think, again, his best section is possession technical, and he's only 3 stars. So, Ken, mate, sorry, we got to go. So, what we're looking at there is we've got some decent fitness coaches, again, decent, and we've got a decent goalkeeping coach, but everywhere else, in terms of defending, attacking, and possession, we're struggling with a little bit. Now, my guy here, because I'm at Arsenal and we have the best attributes, my guys are going to be 5 stars, right? You guys probably will be if you're managing Arsenal and you pick the highest reputation at the start of the game and the most badges. You guys will be 5 stars. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave me off anything at the moment, and we're going to find the best coaches that we can get in, and then my guy's just going to fill in the gaps at the end. That seems to make the most sense to me. So now all those guys have left, we're going to go into the staff search and we're going to find some new coaches. Now you can see we've got 7 spots left. We're going to go into the staff search and we're going to go new search, and then we're going to put staff role, and we're going to go to coaches. And then we're going to pick attributes, and we're going to go for the mental ones that we've just talked about. So we're going to go level of discipline, determination, and motivating. We're going to set those at 14 because I think that is the right thing to do with Arsenal. Obviously, when you're in Championship, maybe it's 12. Maybe when you're in League One, it's 10. Things like that. You just have to downscale slightly each one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to coaching attributes like that. We're going to tick it. And then we're going to find the best coaches for us. So I'm going to start off with a set-piece coach, maybe. Curtis Fleming at Bristol City looks like a very good set-piece coach. I know he's got less set-piece coaching than Nicholas Jover, who we just talked about and we sacked. But, like I also mentioned, Curtis Fleming has really good determination, really good motivating, and perfect level of discipline. So this guy is going to be a 4.5-star coach. If my calculations are correct, he's going to be a 4.5-star set-piece coach. So this guy is someone that we're definitely looking to sign. He's number 1 on our list for a set-piece coach. So now we're going to look at tactical coaches, and we're going to sort by tactical at the top there. And Christian Speakman is a technical director at Sunderland. We're not going to touch him. Now, we could do, but it's really hard, I find, to get someone who's a technical director to become a coach unless you give them a ridiculous amount of money. So if money is no option for you, then you can give this guy probably 20 grand a week to be a coach, and it'll be a very good one. He's totally up to you. I'm not going to do that because it's not realistic. But it's absolutely fine if you want to do that. We're going to look at Warren Joyce, who is actually a preferred job as a coach at Nottingham Forest. Now, again, Nottingham Forest, obviously, actually, no, he's an under-18s manager at Nottingham Forest. But, as you can see down there, his favoured role or his best role is a coach. So, I think we're going to be able to get this guy in. He's a tactical coach. He's good at mental as well. So we've got tactical and mental. It's very, very good. And he's also got really high mental attributes. And also, an absolute bonus, 20 working with youngsters and a good personality. So this guy really is perfect. And we really want this guy. And he's high value. We're going to go to coaching. And then we're going to give him a fair bit of money. Because I want him in. Yeah, and also, if you give him too much money, like I have, he accepts it on the spot. So that's a good offer. I'm very happy with it. And just to show you that, if that's the message that you get, you can do that. Pops up, bang, straight away. He doesn't have time to think about it because I've overpaid. Bang, he's in. Right, we had to pay 100 grand, but 100 grand at Arsenal for a good coach is absolutely nothing, and I would highly recommend it. I've paid £1 million for some coaches before, if they're the perfect coaches. It's definitely worth it. We're going to go back into the staff search, though, and now we're going to look for technical coaches. And the best one, it looks like, Enrico Niccolini. Now, Enrico Niccolini is only good at technical. He's not really good at anything else. But what you can do is if you click on coach up here, there, and then this button here appears, you can actually see which attributes are important for each one of the things. So we've got, obviously, defending technical, defending tactical, possession technical, attacking tactical, and attacking technical. That was actually a tongue twister, and I don't advise anyone trying that. That was a first take, by the way. So we're going to go into training. We're going to go back to coaches. And then what do we see here? We have defending tactical, defending technical, attacking tactical, attacking technical, possession technical. You're welcome. Twice in 2 takes. So we can know we can match that up, right? Go into the staff. And then we're going to go into Enrico Niccolini like we were. We're going to click on coach. And we're going to see what his attributes are best for. Now, his are going to be best for technical, because he's got 16 technical. And possession, which is not, we want technical defending, don't we? Because he's 10 and 16. Now, he's got very good mental attributes. And if at this point, I would probably put this guy's attributes into the calculator that I'm going to link in the description below, because it's a little bit more difficult to find out if this guy is. I would guess he's a 4-star because his defending's letting him down a bit. If that was 13 or 14, I think it'd push him to 4.5 stars. But I'm not going to touch him for that reason alone. But I have noticed Paul McGuinness here. But this guy is a very good defending technical coach. If I go to the defending technical, he's got 15 and 17, but also a very strong mental attributes. So I'm going to try and get him. And he's also English as well, which helps with like work permit issues and stuff. So I'm going to double his money to get him straight away. You guys can negotiate if you want, but I want him straight away. Just so anyone else can come in for it. No one else can come in for him, and we just get him straight away. Fine. There we go. Paul McGuinness in the building, and that's 2 coaches down. Next, we're going to find a fitness coach, because fitness coaches are really important, as you guys have already know that. And these are coaches, so what I'm going to do actually here is I'm going to go to coach, and I'm actually going to change it just to fitness coach. So he specialises in this area. Now, the best fitness coaches obviously have 20, and Mario Montero here has 20 fitness coaching, and he has insane mental attributes. So if you guys can get this dude in your save, please do that. He will be a 5-star coach, I'm pretty certain. With that high and perfect fitness, this guy is going to be a 5-star coach. Even if not, he's a 4.5 star, and that is absolutely fine by me. So we want to double his wages at least, just to give him to accept straight away. I'm going to give him 4 grand, because why not? Mario's going to be a really integral part of the backroom staff. There he is. He's also in the door. Perfect. Now, what we did notice, right, is we had, is it Barry Sloan, if I've remembered right? Barry Solan, sorry. And he's a 4-star fitness coach. We also have Sam Wilson. So what we might want to do there is we might want to get rid of one, maybe the one with the worst personality, which Barry Sloan is balanced, which I don't like at all. So we're going to get rid of Barry. Sorry, Barry. Apologies, mate. And we're going to get Mario Montero in. So we're always trying to improve, and we're always trying to make way for different guys. Next, we're going to go to defending, but remember, we've set it as fitness coach, so make sure you go back to coaches. And we're going to find the best defensive coach that we can possibly get right now. And Curtis Fleming is popping up yet again, but he's going to be our set-piece coach, I think, so we're not going to touch him. So we're going to get this guy in because, again, really strong mentals, personality, professional, which is really good, and also very good attributes. So we're going to try and get Mike Phelan in. Again, we're going to pay him that. We're going to give him 5 years, and he's going to come in straight away. And we're not far off being finished with our coaching setup. Then we're going to go to attacking. And nobody stands out for me there. James Beat is a little bit low on what I'd like. Bisotto. So what I might do is I might just take these down to 13, because what might happen is someone might have level of discipline 13 but have these two at 19, but I can't see him because I've got everyone. I'm asking them to search for people that have got at least 14 everywhere. So I'm just going to take it down a little bit and someone else might appear. They might not, but they might appear. So let's see what happens. Stefano Melandri. He's appeared. He wasn't there before. Look, can you see he's got level of discipline 13, but he has actually got 16 there. So Stefano Melandri has got good attacking and good technical, and we want that, so we're going to try and get him in again. He also wants to be under 18s coach, so again, we can make him an under 21s coach. Doesn't take one of our spots, remember? Always make sure to do that. If it's under 18s coach, put him as an under 21s coach, and he can still train with the first team if you have an under 21s team. It's really vital you do that. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to look for a goalkeeping coaches, right? We're going to go to goalkeeping coach. We're going to leave it at 13 because why not? And then we're going to go and search for the goalkeeper attributes. It doesn't matter which one. They're usually good at them all. If not, they're not. But wow, we've got some really good ones here. We're going to be able to get 2 5-star coaches here, I think. So first of all, we're going to look at Tony Taplovic because he's really good at everything. And I'm going to search him. And he's got 15 motivating, 17 level of discipline, and 16 determination. Now, I think this guy's going to be 5 stars coach, right? He's an ex-Bayern Munich coach, which is something I'm definitely interested in. So again, I'm going to give him double his wages. You don't have to do this, by the way, but I don't want like Real Madrid or PSG coming in and potentially taking him. I'd rather just give him a bit more money that I won't even notice he's gone, just to get him in, and it's done then. So because there's some really good goalkeeping coaches here, what I want to do is I want to put this up, because I want the best of the best here, the best of the best. So actually, I'm going to go up to 15, and we're going to see who still is there. And as you can see, Tony Taplovic is there still, so he's definitely someone we want. Next, what we're going to look at is Alex Brunner at Watford. He's got 16, 16, 15. I don't think he's going to be any better than Taplovic. This guy at Fluminense is really good. 17 determination, 18 level of discipline, 18 motivating. He's almost perfect. Professional personality, and also doesn't really want much wages, which is absolutely amazing. So I'm going to give him 2.5k, which is absolutely fine. And he's come straight away too. Now, I'm going to have to wait for him to come in with a work permit, but it's absolutely fine. You guys don't want to wait for a work permit. You just get people from England. But I think that is a job well done. One thing you might want to do as well is, as the start of the game, if you want to go into staff and responsibilities, and then go to staff, obviously, again, and then we're going to go to have a look at hiring and firing of staff. So what we want is, we want to take charge of all the staff. Now, I've gone in charge of the coaching staff. I also want in charge of the medical staff and scouting staff. If you guys don't mind your director of football or your technical director hiring under 18s medical staff and scouting staff, then you can leave that, no problem. But it's just something I thought you guys might want to do it, because if you're doing your coaches, you might want to do your physios and sports scientists as well to get the least amount of injuries on your youth players, because that makes sense, right? We don't want injuries on youth players. So it's totally up to you. Just have a quick have a look around in the staff section and just see what you guys want to take charge of, and then make sure you hit confirm at the end. But yeah, just something I thought I'd mention inside the video too. So I've holidayed a few weeks, and we got the guys in that needed the work permits, and now they're here. So I've got into training again. We've hit remove all, and we're going to do it from scratch, and I'm going to show you guys how to assign them and what to look for and what to do to get it as optimized as possible. Now, obviously, this isn't going to be possible with a team in League One or Championship. So what you could do there is you could do 2 things. First thing, you could have your workload a little bit higher, or you could choose to have less stars. Me personally, I would rather have higher stars and a bit higher workload. In a few areas, it could be average instead of light. But that's fine. I would prioritize stars over workload, but you guys can do it the other way. Obviously, keep asking for most coaches if you're in League One or anywhere else. But I would say priorities are star rating and then workload. Obviously, if you guys can pair up this with your under 21s coaches, they'll give you extra spots where you can lower that workload down. But just scale down. Maybe, like I said, if we're going to England, Premier League, look for at least 4 stars. Championship, look for at least 3.5. League One, look for at least 3, just as a rule of thumb. League Two, I'd probably still stay 3. I wouldn't go much lower than 2.5. Maybe a few areas in League Two at 2.5. If you can only have 4 coaches, for example. But yeah, I would say something like that. If you're in other leagues, it's different. But just see what you guys can get on your staff search list using the tool in the description below for the star ratings, and see what you can come up with. It'll take you no longer than half an hour. But if you're starting a long-term save, a half an hour is absolutely fine. it can be quite fun to set up your coaching staff because then they're your staff. They're your guys that are behind you that are helping you. And every time you see a player improving, you know that that's on you because you've improved it. So I'm going to leave me because of what I mentioned before. We're not going to put me in to a category yet. And we're going to leave all the under-21s guys till the end because they're going to be the ones that are going to lower the workload. So we're going to go to Albert Stuyvenberg, and that's his best attribute, is technical possession. And then we're going to go to goalkeeping coaches, and this guy can do both at 4 stars, so it doesn't matter. Flavio Tenius is now just come in, and he's 4.5 stars. He's amazing. Taplovic, who we talked about before, he's also 4.5. I think last year this guy was 5, so like I said before, I think they've made it harder to get 5-star coaches, which is absolutely fine. So maybe the 4.5 now is the new 4, and 5-star is now the new 4.5. So it's absolutely fine. We're gonna make sure it's on that. They're both the best goalkeeping coaches. We don't really need Inaki Kanya now. So if you do need an extra spot, you could just sack him because what we've got now is he's not needed. He's not going to make this any better. The only thing he could do is lower the workload, but Mark Mason can do that in here. So we don't really need Kanya. So you could get rid of him and get a coaching spot available back for you. So make sure you're utilising that as well. Don't have coaches you don't need. They're not going to do anything for you. I've decided to keep Nicholas Jover because the guy from Bristol City, he turned us down. So I'm going to keep him. A 3.5-star set piece coach is fine. They're harder to find than every other position. And now we're on to the fitness coaches. Sam Wilson is a 4-star. So whichever guys you prefer less out of strength and quickness. Remember, you guys can hover over this to see which attributes. Technical possession is dribbling, first touch, passing, heading, technique. If you've got a set style of play and you want to prioritise those areas, totally up to you. I just thought I'd add that in too. I would probably get players that are quicker because that's the style I would like to play. So Mario Montero, like I said, he is an elite fitness coach. Get this guy in. He is almost perfect. It looks like this year they've made it harder, and I think the reason why he is 5-star is because he's got fitness 20. So I think fitness, the coach attributes this year might have a bit more of a weight, but the mental attributes still have a big weight too. So keep an eye on that. He's going to go on that as a 5-star, and that is perfect. He's going to be there forever. I'm going to give him contracts until he retires. He's 59, so he's got a couple of years left yet. Now we're going to go on to the middle body of this, and we're going to go to Warren Joyce. And Warren Joyce's best one is there. Paul McGuinness is there. Mike Phelan is also there because he's got the little square, like I mentioned, but he can also do that, so that's fine too. And then Mark Sale here is 4 stars there. And Stefano Melandri, it looks like he's 4 stars there too. So yeah, look, we're going to change Max Sale over to that. We're going to put Stefano Melandri over to that one. And then now everything is at least 4 stars, right? Sorted. Apart from set piece coach, but I mentioned before, that's new this year. And there's a lot less set piece coaches at the start of the game. Good ones anyway. So now what we've got to look at is the workload. Now we have average here, heavy there, average and average. So with these guys, we need to put in to stop that happening. So this guy here is going to go to that, and it changes the coach workload. If you keep your eye on this part here, and as I untick that, average. So we're going to do that. We're going to keep going down a bit more. Max Porter's not being used yet. As you can see, he's got no ticks across there, and we're going to make him go there, and it changes it to light. We can stick a few on here, so I think we can do that as well, and it changes it to average. I could even do that, and it also changes that to light. So Max Porter's actually helping out with the 3 areas. We could also put Mehmet Ali on that one, and it changes that one to light. And then now all we've got is average over here. And it looks like to me, Carl Hooper, who hasn't got any allocations at all, we can stick him on there, and he changes that to light. Now everything's light, everything's perfect. The last thing to do is put me on an area, and I will make it 5 stars. So which area do I like best? Which attributes do I prefer? And for me, I like decision making. That is the attribute that I like the best. So I would put me there as 5 stars because I want my players to make the best decisions at all times. So that is literally what you guys do to optimize. Like I said, just scale down slightly if you're in lower divisions, not a problem. But use this video as a reference and a guide, and the description in below, the tool that I've put in there. and you guys won't go far wrong, and you'll see your players improve at a much better rate. Make sure you upgrade your facilities too, to make sure that goes in together. And that is how to effectively set up your coaching staff inside Football Manager. Leave a like on the video, guys. Leave a subscription on the channel. Thank you very much for the support recently. The channel's been doing really well, and we're only going to go up from here. More videos like this. Until next time, I'll catch you then. Goodbye.